Hey, I'm Todd from Nutty Media, sitting here with the Punches. Can you say your name and what you guys play?
I'm Sam, I play bass, and sometimes I sing bad.
Dustin, I play guitar.
So your tour's been going on for about 2.5 months, or 2.5 months, I believe.
It's
Or
like
so,
a month and a half.
Oh, you're nearing towards the end of the 2-month tour.
Yeah.
How the show's been going for you guys so far?
It's been really good. We had a really strong start when we were on the East Coast, and we finally got down to Florida. We were able to stay in Florida for a week, and it's been a lot of fun since we started.
As you get further away from your obviously hometown, are turnout still good? Like, are you still getting people there singing your songs and whatnot?
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because like you hit those pockets where like the shows are insane. So like, West Coast we do really well, and then like we get to Texas, and Texas is great, and like spots in between like Alabama's amazing. Salt Lake City was like incredible on this tour. Pacific Northwest, like up near Seattle and stuff, is really awesome.
So if you had to pick like a home away from home, like for this tour, which city would it be in?
It's going to be a tie between Austin and Salt Lake City. I'm going to go with Austin though. That's kind of a home away for home for Jesse and Dustin because they lived there for a few years.
That's right.
The first few times we played there weren't a ton of people. We toured with Evan Thieves in the beginning of the tour, and that was one of the last shows they played, and that's their hometown as well. So it's always been like a home away from home for us because we know so many people there. But the show just got bigger and bigger, and this time it was insane how many people were there.
Yeah, it sold out. People were jumping off like the balcony and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome.
So touring for you guys has been pretty cool for you guys because you guys got invited to Slamdunk Festival, which unfortunately, can you guys talk about that or just rather not?
We can if you want to say
What happened exactly?
We're supposed to go there and just say we're on vacation to then get into the country and do the tour, but it just didn't go down that way. We kind of went with the honesty card, which usually works for us in most cases. We're the only band that gets screwed for being honest, as opposed to most bands that would get told for telling a lie. So we got there, we told them what the deal was, and they kind of just were like, nah, you don't have work visas, we're not going to let you make any, even when we really weren't making any money, they were just like, it's not going down. So
Did you guys make it to England and then got
we
away?
went from JFK to Heathrow, got into Heathrow, had to wait an hour, got put into like a holding, like little cell thing, probably smaller than this room, for about 5 hours, and then got put back on another plane and got sent back home. So the second we entered JFK in New York, until we got back to JFK, we had not gone outside at all. It was a pretty grueling 28 hours.
Yeah, so we were in England for about 8 hours.
We were in England. We got to see England through the windows of the airplane.
Alright, but then recently you guys did a short little tour in Japan with Mayday Parade and Ann Arbor.
Yeah, and Somerset.
And Somerset. Or how was that tour for you guys? Like being able to go to Japan for the first time?
Yeah, that was the first time any of us have even been that far away from home, let alone on tour or anything else. It was unreal. It was like a vacation more than anything. The guy Massive that owns Cape Rock Invasion, the label that brought us there, is one of the greatest dudes in the world. And he's actually just made it like a vacation for us. Like we showed up at the shows, our gear was there, set up, we had hotels every night, and the shows were insane. Like the fans and the kids over there are just some of the most genuine, real people you'll ever meet.
The other bands were awesome. Mayday Parade, Somerset, and Ann Arbor are all like
nicest people in the world to us.
And like it was just a blast, like we were, I think a tour like that where you go over not knowing anyone and kind of being like, oh man, like we're the punk band on this tour, and a little nervous about how we were going to be received, and everyone was just super great. Came out with us on stage, like invited us out to sing with them and stuff. We had a really good time.
Were you guys there long enough to have like a cultural shock where you did something wrong and do offense on accident, or like anything that completely caught you off guard they didn't know about?
Traditionals.
Yeah, their toilets. They have some that are like normal toilets, and then for the men, there's something they call traditional, which is like a little urinal that's in the ground, and you hold onto a pole and you're supposed to squat and just do your business. I refused to do it. They actually had two poles though. There was one that went this way, and there's one that was horizontal. So my goal by the end of the trip, which never happened, was to hold on with my hands and my feet and just kind of hover over it and take a shit, but I never got around to doing it.
But how does that make you feel being able to, got drift off, but like being invited to Slamdunk Festival? You guys, I believe, were one of the only like independent, like non-label bands, international.
Were the only American unsigned band to get invited to play.
And then being asked to be on tour with Mayday Parade and all them, how does it feel? Like, those guys, that's a big step up.
Yeah, no, it was rad. Like we've been doing this for a few years, and so you know, we've kind of done everything on our own up till now. Like, we handle everything in-house. So to have someone invite us over to do something with, you know, some bigger bands and, like, do bigger tours, play it, just even being invited to Slamdunk, you know, like, yeah, it sucked not being able to do it, but, like, we still got invited to do that, you know, we still got to...
It's a big feat.
Yeah, we were, like, asked to play on the same stage as the starting line. That rules.
We were trying to just get over there and tour in the first place, and we had hit up the guy Ben that runs Slamdunk a few times, and our friend that we work with, Joe, that runs Hang Tight Records over there, was hitting him up as well, and it just really wasn't getting through that we wanted to play, and they like hadn't gotten back to us, and then we booked the tour, and we booked our tickets and announced it, and then he actually hit us up. He was like, I found out you guys are coming, I saw your emails, like, if you want to play, let us know, we'll try and get you on. And then like two days later, it's like, all right, you guys got this spot at this time. We were really bummed that we couldn't play, but the band that filled in our spot is this band Page from the UK, which I've been talking to them a lot over the past few months. They're really cool dudes, and it's a little poppier than the type of music we play, but it's still like pop punk. I was stoked that at least a band that, you know, we like as well got to fill in for us. So it was cool regardless. You know, I mean, we're trying to get back there in January. I mean, it won't be Slamdunk. Maybe later in the year we'll be
for a short little tour.
Yeah, a little more than 2 weeks. We're looking at right now. If things go the way planned, we're trying to get back over there.
Like just in the UK, or actually all around Europe?
Just UK.
All right. We like to ask at least one little silly question for the interviews. So I'm gonna go with, if your music or your instruments that you play and your personality with the instruments was a dinosaur, what kind of dinosaur would it be and why? Or any creature, I guess.
It's not really a hard one for me. I guess mine would be a mixture of the bass and Tyrannosaurus Rex, because I play bass and Tyrannosaurus Rex is an asshole and destroys things, and that's pretty much what I do for the most part. And awesomeness mixed in with that.
Of course.
Yeah. Brontosaurus, I guess, because kind of chubby. I don't really move all that quick, but I can fuck things up as necessary.
Very big. But you eat meat, though.
Huh?
You eat meat.
Brontosaurus don't eat meat? Don't eat meat like
Pretty
you're
sure
exist.
a Brontosaurus
They still
was
don't.
a, whatever that is called.
Herbivore?
They don't eat meat. Herbivore, yeah. He just eats plants. It could be like you're a Brontosaurus. You don't eat alcohol or drugs.
Yeah. Oh, like,
Not that any of us do drugs, but...
Yeah, no. But, yeah, like a straight edge. Yeah.
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 A straight edgesaurus.
Yeah, straight edgesaurus.
Really big. You move slow. Stomp on things.
Stomp on things.
You don't really kind of comprehend what the smarter dinosaurs are saying to you sometimes.
Turn off the camera.
No! We need evidence. Don't let him hit me again. No.
So, after this tour, you said you're going to go back to writing and recording. Is there anything else you guys have planned or want to do in the next future, after all that's done?
Tour.
Yeah.
And not tour like we have in the past where it's like 2 months.
Just
or 2
full-time
weeks,
touring?
like, put out this full length and give it, like, we went through a lot of shit before this last record came out.
Yeah.
It took us a lot to get back to where we are. We finally found a new guitarist that was better than our old guitars and just fit in well, and we got our band back to the way it was in the beginning. And we're hoping that once this record is done, we can start touring, get on bigger tours, and just do it hard as we possibly can until we're ready to write the next record, so that we can make this band a full-time thing and not have to worry about other things. Because without touring, you know, like, we could tour full-time on the records that we have already and still make it full-time, but we've always wanted to do a full-length, or we were trying to do a full-length for the last one, and it just didn't really pan out the way we wanted to. So our goal is to do this and tour, and then get on as many tours as possible, and stay home as long as possible.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to add, complain, yell about?
I'd like to complain about Carridale for a moment, if I could. No, I'm just kidding. No.
They're all insane.
Yeah, no, they're insane. And, no, they're great. We love them. We love you guys.
It's like when you're on tour, it's like when if you're at home and, you know, you have that younger brother that's just, you know, you love him to death, but just slightly slower than you are, and, you know, just kind of doesn't really work exactly the way that you would expect a human being to work, but they still function somehow. But extremely entertaining, you know?
Nice words.
Yeah, it's like, you love him, but at the same time, like, you catch him licking the windows a lot. like smelling things that he's, you know, that kind of, like,
Eating their own bodily
yeah,
fluids,
you gotta be,
it's like weird things.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, by the way.
Oh, it didn't?
It didn't happen.
Oh, thank God.
Everybody in the band knew it didn't happen except for you.
Oh, thank God. I was terrified. Kobe from Carridale is a terrifying human being. He's the one with the megaphone right now.
The neck tats, but no shoulder tats or chest tats or anything.
Yeah,
He just went straight for the neck.
Yeah, he's working on his tuxedo. He's just a scary person.
I don't think he's scary at all.
Huh?
I don't think he's scary at all.
Not scary like he's gonna beat you up, but scary like, oh God, he's gonna walk into traffic.
Yeah, but that's not scary. That's like, oh fuck, problem solved. No, he was in the back. Dustin had rode with them 2 days ago, and Josh from Carridale came with us in our van and we made a long drive. And Kobe had told him that he slept in the van and jerked off, and then he jerked off into a bottle, and then he was pretending that he was eating his own cum. And they had Dustin fooled for like 2 days.
It looked so like, you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it was like 12 hours after the fact. It doesn't look like that anymore. You ever jerked off? Does it just stay like that for like 12 hours
save
straight?
it.
I do. I put it on something and just let it sit there. I play the science experiments.
No, I get rid of it as soon as possible.
I get my dog and like whip it up. I would never do macaroni, never.
Not ever.
JJ, maybe.
Macaroni?
It's my little puppy.
Yeah.
It's my sister's puppy and she named it macaroni. There's some reason why, but I don't remember what she said.
Best dog ever.
She's the best dog. Sometimes.
Yeah.
She shits all over the place.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, but long story short, it ended up just being cocoa butter, and Dustin thought it was actually cum for a while. So thankfully it wasn't.
Yeah, I just that was not planned. I just found out that Kobe from Carridale did not eat his own cum that time.
That time, yeah. Who knows what he does with his own.
Yeah. Home and not.
He's extremely flexible, and he likes peanut butter and dogs. So
he has a twin sister. See her on YouTube.
She does have a twin sister. You should look it up on YouTube. No, it's not on YouTube anymore. It got banned. It's on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was inappropriate.
All right.
Hello.
All right, well, thank you very much for sitting down with me. It's been entertaining.
Thanks, man.